So what have we got here? We've got an oracle card for today, and it's very beautiful, actually, from the Ascended Masters, these lovely cards by Doreen Virtue. I've been using these for years, and look at this one. This is what we've got today, and it's the Polynesian goddess Hina and freedom, and the beautiful big full moon behind her. What about that? Particularly relevant because I think tomorrow is a full moon, big vibrant full moon. So let's practice with that sense of freedom. Freedom and sunshine and full moon energy. And we're going to start on our feet. It's warm. It's warm, but so we may as well start with our energetic selves. Let me just slightly adjust that. Tiny bit. Better. Standing on the feet, let's just look at our feet. Get them really evenly spaced, hips width apart, nice parallel. Give the toes a little wiggle. Let's just get into those feet. Lift the toes. Like you're trying to really pull the toes up. Get them off as far off the floor as you can, and then place them down. Like feel the ground. Then lift the heels high. Lift them really high, pushing off those toes. So you can feel that. I can feel that in my calves. And then slowly lower them down if you can. And then again, just take them onto the sides. If you can take them on the outside edge, just so really getting into the soles of the feet and then rolling in and almost trying to get the insides of the feet more connected with the ground than the outsides, maybe even slightly lifting the outside edges off. Just feel how that impacts on the legs, just kind of really feeling the ground with the feet. Good. I've got the feet a bit more lively. Let's bring the sides of the feet together and fill up our battery with light and energy. Breathing in, lift the arms up, interlink the fingers, extend the fingers up, lift the heels off the ground, extend, create space, squeeze the legs together, hold the breath in, big breath in, hold, squeeze, extend, and breathing out softly through the nostrils, lowering the arms down, heels coming down, arms coming down. Good. We'll try that a couple more times. Inhaling, strongly extend the arms up, lift the heels high, hold, and breathing out softly through the nostrils, letting the arms float down softly. Just feel the coolness of that out breath, softness. Good. Breathing in all the way up, stretching up, lifting the heels high, extend, and breathing out softly, let the arms float down. Heels come down, arms come right down to the sides. Good. Take the feet apart, and let's get a bit of nice air around us. So we bend the knees and we pivot on our spine. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, let the arms swing around the body. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, let the arms swing around the body. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All about the breath. Let the arms swing heavily. Feel the cool air as your arms move through space freely, bending into the knees. Feeling the sense of your center as well. Letting the arms slowly stop. And then taking the back of the hands onto the lower back. Breathing into the nostrils, out through the mouth. Release the tension. Make some space for that flow, that movement, that emotional movement. Onto the buttocks as well if you want to. And then get those knuckles either side of the lower spine. Yeah, free up that energy. Give yourself a good feeling. Yeah. Take those hands in front of the hips. Well, why not? Stimulation going there. And take the fingers to the chest. Let it out, let it go. All over the chest area. Stimulating, opening, and opening up the voice. Get on the sides. Sides a little rub. Yeah, getting the whole body feeling a little bit more lively. Put the palms together and just shake them off. Let's take the hands to the hips or the waist here. And we're going to bring the heel to the buttock. So Getting the legs moving quite quickly. Get the blood moving around. Keep this nice and spacious in the upper part of the body and upright. So feel that lift in the chest. Feel the space across the shoulders. So the chest is really exposed, open. Yeah, back of the neck is long, chin tucked in, rather than lifting the chin. Keep the chin slightly tucked in. So feel this sense of openness across the upper back as well. Our legs are a bit more lively. We can lift them front, again, quite fast. And also, as you lift your knees, feel that your abdominals are supporting this. Your body is staying kind of fairly stable and still as your legs move a lot. Yeah. And then we take them out to the sides, shifting the weight from one leg to the other, breathing in and out through the nostrils to keep that energy steady and even. Keep that support through the breath, breathing in and out through the nostrils. Now we're going to lift the knee and open out to the side, open that hip. Oh yeah, it always needs that little bit of oiling, movement being oiling of the joints, moving the body, keeps it oiled, keeps it supple, keeps it lively. We incorporate the breath with that, so breathing in and out the nostrils. Now give out a few more, just to really bring some aliveness into this area. Notice how that, maybe it might be a bit stiff to begin with, and it soon starts to get a little bit of energy moving around. And let's just sweep out any of the old cobwebs. And also just bring a bit of freshness and coolness. Breathing in, reaching up, and breathing out. Through one out breath, let the arms swing. Again, breathing in. Through the mouth, the arms swing. We'll do a couple more of these, just to really clean out. Breathing in. Let's do one more. Breathing in. Strong in-breath, look up. And out through the mouth. Hands in front and behind. So get the shoulders, a little bit of movement in the shoulders, front and the back. And just to energize the space around you. A little bit of a ping with the clap. Good. Shake the hands out. Shake the legs out. So we just feel the sense of all these ends of the body. Okay, we're going to come to the front of the mat to come to some standing postures. So feet, hips width apart, parallel. Standing tall, lifting the chest. Front of the body is really long here. Put the weight on the left foot. We're going to come into Trikonasana, triangle. Step back with the right. Get the feet really landed, the hips steady, facing the long edge of the mat. Breathing in. Breathing out, bring the arms to shoulder height. Breathing in, open the palms wide. Breathing out, reaching over to your left as far as you can, then down. Meet the leg and reach up away from it with the right hand. Get the shoulders down away from the ears so you feel like the neck is kind of growing up out of the body. And keeping this line, you know, from the crown of the head to the base of the spine. Think about that. It's almost like there's a line rather than a kind of rigid line. It's kind of an openness, kind of opening that channel of energy for flow. Soften the knees a little bit. Try to prevent that locking of the knees. Open the chest towards the ceiling. Breathe. Coming up on the inhale. Lowering the arms on the exhale. Notice how that feels. Yeah, it feels like I want to even that up. Bending into that right knee, come back to the front of the mat. Weight on the right foot, step back with the left. Get the feet steady, get the knees lively, not locked. Breathe in, lift the arms up, lift the chest, lift and lengthen the body. Breathing out, lower the arms down. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, reaching over to the right and down. Breathe. Reaching the fingers to the ceiling, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Think about this line from the base of the spine to the top of the crown. As if you're breathing into this space of spinal breath, energizing and freeing up the body. Yeah, to come up on the inhale. Lower the arms on the exhale. Bending into that left knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat. So feel like as we're starting to engage with what might be a bit stiff or a little bit immobile, starts to become more spacious, more freedom. I'm going to go into reverse triangle, weight on the left foot, go straight into this. Step back with the right, then swivel that foot so both feet are pointing forwards, nice and even and steady. Again, breathe in, lengthen, lift the arms up, breathing out, bring the arms to shoulder height, breathing in. Extend the fingertips away from each other, breathing out, turning towards your right leg, breathe in again. Breathing out, left hand comes down to the outside of the right leg. Maybe the ankle might be a bit higher up. Reaching up to the ceiling with the right hand, keep dropping the shoulders down away from the ears. Really breathe deeply to support this. It's a strong twist, a strong position. So breathe to support that strength. One more breath in. On the out breath, take that right hand down to the right foot and take the left hand over to the left foot. We've got one hand on top of each foot, and we just come into a forward bend, and then bring the fingertips to the center between the 2 feet here. Now, as you inhale, coming up onto the fingertips, look forward, so you're lengthening the spine, the chest is also lifting, and then breathing out, forward bend. Maybe you go a little bit deeper, maybe your hands flatten on the ground. And just enjoy that lengthening of the spine. Keep that, the abdominal supporting the back there. Come up on the fingertips again. Look forwards, lift the chest, breathing out, forward bend. Now we're going to take the hands to the hips, still with a straight back, lifting the back, looking forward. So we've got a nice straight back, straight legs, but the knees are slightly soft, so you're not locking them. Use the abdominals, use the back. You can hold the back if you need to. Use the inhale to lift yourself back up. Good, so we're back up to center again. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, arms come down to shoulder height. Inhale, extend. Fill that chest with air. Breathing out, turning towards the left. Breathe in. Extend. Breathing out, reaching down with the right hand to the left foot. Reaching up the left hand to the ceiling. If that feels too strong, you can always pop that left hand, the back of it, onto the lower back there. But I think this extension, we don't stay here too long either. So keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Keeping that gaze looking up at those left fingers, unless that feels a bit too much for the balance. You can always just keep the face looking directly forwards from the to the horizon, if you like. Breathing in one more time, take the left hand down to the left foot, right hand over to the right foot. And bring the fingertips to the center again, breathing in, looking forwards. Lift the chest, breathing out, forward bend. Flatten the hands. Yeah, take a breath here in forward bend. Maybe feeling the length in the back of the thighs. Feeling the length in the spine, the chest is coming down to the ground. And then we come up onto the fingertips again, look forwards. And then we bend the knees and then we let the body totally hang. So it's a completely different feeling. Now the legs are doing the work, they're doing all the power, and the upper body is just hanging and freed up. So let's encourage that freedom by breathing into the nostrils, flying out through the mouth. So the legs have to work here, the buttocks have to work here, but everything from the hips upwards is just hanging and relaxed. And now we're going to start to rebuild that. So lifting, keeping the knees bent, lifting from the base of the spine, leaving the arms heavy, leaving the head heavy, keeping the knees bent. Unfold, unfold to standing, calming up to standing. As you come to standing, just roll the shoulders back. Breathing in, breathing out. Just enjoy your body, the spaciousness and the freedom of the body. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let's just turn the feet out slightly, maybe at about a 45-degree angle. If you need to go a bit wider, you can. So we're going to bend the knees. They're going to go in the same alignment as the toes. So just adjust to suit. What we don't want is the toes and the knees to not be in the same direction. Otherwise, you're going to twist your knees. So just find that by just trying the knees going out to the sides as much as possible, keeping that center strong. So the belly, lower back, and the pelvic floor, the mula bandha. We're keeping that really strong and grounded, keeping the hands together, pressing the hands lightly together, lifting the chest towards those hands. So you feel that sense of vitality, centeredness, as you are rising up from the earth and going down to the earth. Inhaling as we rise up, exhaling. Good, so let's come into the goddess now. So as we inhale, we reach up, look up, and as we exhale, faces forwards, hands, arms in this lovely kind of cactus arms, if you like, with the fingers strong and the knees down. Go down strongly. Eyes wide, tongue out the mouth. Okay, breathing in. Get that rasping in the throat. Yeah, hear your voice. Feel that freedom. Breathing in. Yeah, I think we can go for one more. So get yourself ready. Very nice and tall. Open. Inhale. Good. And then we bring the feet together. Nice and easy. Get the legs a little shake there. I'm going to come into a balance. We're going to come into dancer balance here. So putting the weight onto the left foot. Get that nice and steady. Bending that standing knee, the left knee. When you feel balanced, when you find a point for your eyes to focus, keeping that still, then you can bend your right knee, take the foot in the right hand, inside or outside grip. If it's inside, the thumb goes backwards, just to remind you. And now we're going to connect the thumb and the first finger with the left hand. Breathing in, we're going to extend those fingers to the ceiling. Really feel that uplift in the body, length in the body before we come forwards, leaning the whole body from the line from the fingertip to the toe, really, or the knee actually is a long line, and then the toe comes away. So the toe reaches to the ceiling, the heel comes away from the backside. We're making this lovely openness in the chest. Keep your eyes focused, keep your breath moving. Ungrip your toes, let the toes and the foot move to, to find the balance. Allow your foot to learn. Good. Coming up on the inhale. Exhale, lowering the arm down. Finally let go of the foot, let it lower down slowly. And with the feet on the ground, we're just going to give the legs a little shake. So knees are soft, shaking the knees, shaking the hips, shaking the shoulders. Right. Make some sound. Good. Just resetting everything there. Now I put the weight onto the right foot. Get that nice and steady, bending into that right knee, just to begin with. Try not to grip already. And then once you feel steady, finding that point of focus for your eyes. Keep that really steady. Keep your breath moving. Find your hand grip, holding the foot there, inside or outside. Connect the thumb and the first finger of the right hand, reaching up those fingers to the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, taking that forwards, leaning forwards, extending the arm forwards. And in the other direction, the toes are going away. So we've got the 3 points moving away from each other. The right fingers, the right foot, and then the left toes. They're all coming away from our center. Breathe deeply. Come up on the inhale. Lower that arm on the exhale, and then lower the left leg down. And let's have a little shake up of the whole body. Shaking the knees and the hips and the shoulders. Shake it all up. Give it some sound, breathing into the nostrils. Yeah. Okay, good. Now let's come into something a bit slower. So just checking your feet again, finding still hips width apart, parallel. Bring the hands to the center. We're going to breathe and center. Think about this center line, pressing towards this center line. This is Anjali Tadasana. So also think about your posture, which obviously the key point of the posture is the center of the body, which is the pelvis really. So just tilting the pelvis forward slightly to strengthen here and here, back and the front. Holding yourself, if you like, imagine holding yourself here. And then everything can grow up from that center, that holding, and grow down. So the soles of the feet are growing down into the earth. The heart is rising upwards, the shoulders sinking down so that the chest can open and the neck is growing up out of that body. The crown is growing up out. Standing there for a moment in Anjali Tadasana. This is the Anjali Mudra. So Tadasana, the mountain. This is the prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Pressing lightly and evenly together. Everything is very engaged, but not locked, not gripped. The toes are nice and relaxed. They're just resting on the earth. You're feeling a sense of the arches of the feet lifting. So there's liveliness in the feet. Softness in the knee. Strength in the thighs. Good. And let's see if we can now, we have this center, this beautiful center. I'm going to bring a bit of a gratitude prayer. Good. So breathing in. And as you breathe out, the fingers point to the ground. Very simple, extending those fingers down almost, looking down at the fingers. And then as you inhale, the fingers come away from each other. Extend out to the sides, inhaling, inhaling. And the eyes are just following these lightly as the hands come together above the head and then come back down that line, breathing out. The out breath is that line going right down to the ground. And then the inhale is this beautiful circle that we're drawing with our fingers around the body, breathing in. Meeting at the top and coming down through that center. It's almost like these two little birds, two little things can move away from each other. They go on their little journeys around and they come together again as they meet the top. Beautiful. Just be really present with this, noticing where your mind is and noticing where your mind wants to go. You keep the visual with this. If you watch, pay attention, it really helps and supports that focus of mind, which we're trying to exercise, if you like. I'll bring into this some gratitude. So as you inhale, really feeling or thinking about or allowing whatever thoughts or feelings of gratitude come into mind, come into the heart, come into this present moment. What is it you feel grateful for? So allow yourself to muse on that. Allow yourself to feel that. Most importantly, feeling the sense of gratitude. This is where all the power is. This is why we do these gratitude practices. Also because they feel good. They feel good. And they give us that great feeling. And it encourages more of the good things that we feel grateful for to be realized, to be drawn towards us. Let's make this the last one. Breathing in. So many things to feel grateful for today, in this moment. Bringing the hands down to the heart center. Close your eyes for a second now and just feel into this moment, spaciousness, this freedom, which is always available to us, no matter what is happening. Everything is waiting for us in this moment. Open the eyes, relax the hands, just standing nice and easy. So now with that poise, we're going to bring in some movement and breath with the half sun salute. So again, hands to the heart center, breathe in. Breathing out, hands come down, breathing in. Reaching the arms up, they come together, but this time they come away from each other. Chest comes forward, the knees bend. Fingertips come to the ground. Inhale, the hands on the knees, looking forwards. Opening the chest, shoulders going back. Exhale, hands come to the ground, looking at toes. Bend the knees a lot to power up. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, arms coming down to the sides. Good. So we're just moving and flowing. Inhale. Trying to keep in this sensibility of spaciousness, of making a space for receptivity, to receive all these things that we feel grateful for. This is freedom, breathing in, feeling our breath, being here now, breathing out, knees bend, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, Really open that chest, shoulder to shoulder there, breathing out. Forward bend, looking at the toes. Bend the knees, power up, push up, breathe in, look up, reach up, exhale, soften everything. We've got this strong polarities here. Inhale, inspired, strong, reaching to the heavens. Exhale, soft, receptive, earth. Breathing in, opening that heart. Breathing out, returning to the ground. Breathing in, powering up. That lovely fiery inhale, pushing up from the ground with the strong legs. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's do a couple more rounds of these. Inhaling, looking forwards. Opening the chest. Strong back, strong legs, strong arms. Breathing out, softening to the ground. Bend the knees. Breathing in, the eyes come up. The arms come up. The inhale comes up. And exhaling. Last one. Inhaling. Exhaling. Hands come down. Inhaling. Open the chest. Look forwards. Exhaling. Forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out. Arms come down. Taking a moment just to see how that feels. What's moving. What's been moved in the body. Standing nice and open. In Tadasana, again, returning to Tadasana, feeling the knees are soft, feeling the position of the pelvis, feeling the spaciousness in your body, noticing where your mind wants to start disappearing and going off to, and just standing very open, still, steady. Okay. Let's try another balance. I feel a sense of, with this lovely openness, as we come into tree balance. So again, focusing the eyes, keeping the breath moving, bringing the weight onto the left foot. So once you feel steady, you can start to lift that right foot off the ground and place it on the ankle, calf, or thigh, not on the knee, not on the inside of the knee. Once you have found that position, you press firmly and press back. To keep it to the thigh, make it a very strong pressing, and the knee out to the side, wherever the foot is on the inside of the leg. Breathing in, lift the arms up, bring the palms together, and then bring the hands down to the center again, resting at the heart center. The heart is lifting towards those hands. So as the heart lifts, the shoulders sit back, the front of the body lengthens, the abdominals engage, the lower back is supported by the abdominals. The hips are open, the sole of the foot is open, the roots are going down, everything is going down in the lower part of the body, everything is reaching up to the light in the upper part of the body. Breathe. Back of the neck is long, head is on top of the body, not projected forwards. The heart is lifted. Yeah, breathe into this. Pressing evenly together with those hands. Good. Steady with your eyes, steady with your breath. Allowing those slight wobbles and shifts. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, lowering the arms down first, letting them move through space so you can keep the lower part of the body steady. And then release that leg, lift the knee, and let it just float down through space. Very light, good. Legs a little shake there. Good. Feels good, this tree today. So bringing that weight into the right foot now, sending the roots down. Really get that feeling in the body. It really helps. Bending the knee. I wouldn't suggest it if I didn't think it would maybe help. Focusing the eyes. Really find that focus, and the breath is soft. So we have that strength in the focus and the softness in the breath. And that combination, this is what balance needs. Making sure wherever you put the foot on the inside of the leg, not on the knee obviously, is the knee is out to the side, so we're opening that hip. So do the same as you did on the other side, open that hip, so the knee to the hip is lovely and open, so they're moving away from each other there. Breathe in, lift the arms up, bring the hands together, bring the hands to the heart center again, do the same on this side. Lifting the chest, opening from shoulder to shoulder, this expanse here, lifted. This front of the body's lengthened and engaged. Good. So it's very open, this part of the body, rather than, this kind of shut down, wintry feeling. We really want to keep this open and receptive. It's flow. Breathe. Keep that steady gaze. Feel the roots going down from the sole of the foot. You don't need to grip to hold on to the earth because you're not going to float up away from it. Feel that sense of tree energy. Roots going down, crown going up, full of light. Breathing in. Stretch up, breathing out, arms come down on the exhale. The arms come down, and then we're going to take hold of this knee, give it a squeeze, and then we release it and let it float down, floating down. And then once that reaches the ground, we give both legs a good old shake. It's going to feel good, evening it out a little bit. And we're going to come into a little squat here because I think it's going to feel good after all that hip action. So coming into a squat. So if your heels do not reach the ground, put something underneath them, like blankets, cushions, whatever you have, blocks, books. If your heels are on the ground, and just take whatever which way, take the body between the knees if you can. We're just going to let the body hang here. So let the back of the hands on the ground, let yourself go, just surrendering to the earth, let the head hang, back of the neck is relaxed, exposed, back of the neck there. Heavy head. So let's give ourselves a moment to restore, breathing in through nostrils. Right through the mouth. Really let it all go. Good. And then lifting the body up, bring the left hand to the ground, nice and steady there. And as you inhale, feel the fingertips lifting up. The arm is floating up with that inhale, extending the fingers to the ceiling, give them a little wiggle there. And then we're going to rotate the wrist. Rotating the wrist and imagining, you're kind of winding, it's like a winding vine. It's climbing up, climbing to the sky. And the chest is wanting to look up at that hand and your eyes looking up at that right hand, keeping yourself steady with the left hand. And then we're rotating anti-clockwise and unwinding the vine and letting it float down, still rotating the wrist, letting it move through space, just softening right hand to the ground. Just noticing the difference between the arms there. Solid with that right hand. Again, the inhale, the arm is being lifted, the fingertips are lifting to the ceiling. Give those fingers a little wiggle. Looking up at those fingers and then rotating the wrist clockwise. Again, this vine spiraling upwards, getting longer and longer, feeling the space, the length in this beautiful arm. And now we're going to rotate anti-clockwise and unravel, unwind. Just feel that arm is kind of coming back down. Still rotating the wrist, moving through space, hands on the ground. And then we're going to just take the hands forwards. Take the hands forwards and sit back into the heels. It's going to feel nice after that. In the swan pose, bringing the forehead to the ground, letting the arms relax there. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. In through the nostrils. Out through the mouth. Good. So let's move. A nice easy way, getting the back a little bit more mobile. So arms extended forward, spread the fingers wide. Inhale, coming up to the fours. Exhale, bringing the hips forwards. Really have a little bend in the elbows and take the chest forward, take the shoulders back, expanding the front of the chest. Inhale, coming back up to all fours. Exhale, sitting back, as if your tail wants to be really digging into the earth there. And the inhale and the exhale. Really explore how long you can make the out breath and how we can go into these postures, expanding and lengthening the front of the body, breathing in, coming back to all fours, breathing out, lengthening the back of the body, expanding not just the length of the spine, but across the back from shoulder to shoulder, breathing in and breathing out. Opening the chest from shoulder to shoulder the other way now, opening the front of the chest, inhaling. Enjoy this. So feel the freedom in your body, the spaciousness, that you are creating, that you are sensing, you are increasing the space. Keeping the breath moving in and out through the nostrils, in time with this movement, inhaling as you lift up, exhaling as you open. Let's do a few more of these. Maybe, hopefully, the breath is getting a little bit more spacious as well, getting a bit longer, getting a bit deeper, particularly as we focus on that out breath, breathing out fully. Next time you find yourself sitting back into your heels, just rest there. Sweep the arms back into the pose of the child, so the back of the arms are on the ground, shoulders relax forward. So breathing in. Sigh out through the mouth this time. Yeah, let the shoulders relax. Feel the jaw is relaxing. Feel the cheeks that almost want to relax on and fall onto the ground there. Give it a sigh, give it some sound. Good. So now we're going to slide the hands forward again. Come up onto all fours. Let's tuck the toes under, breathing in, breathing out. Lift the knees off the ground, we're in downward dog. So keeping the tummy tucked in. Maybe let's get the legs again. Let's get ease into this. So we're looking back at your toes, not looking at the fingers. And we're keeping the tummy tucked in. We're breathing into the chest. Then we're going to just walk the dog. So you bend the left knee, push the right heel down, bend the right knee, push the left heel down. Maybe you really exaggerate this so you can get a bit of movement in the hips. Just feel the strength and stability in the spine. Opening between the shoulder blades, soft elbows to help that along. Really pressing the weight into the whole hand, particularly the fingers. Don't let the knuckles rise up. Keep them really down. Good. So now we're going to look to the hands. We're going to come into an up dog. So we're going to take the hips forwards, coming into up dog. And you can see that's really the opening the chest, taking the shoulders back. And now we're going to come into plank. So this is a slightly different position, you see. So we've lifted the bottom up, and we're in a straight line. And now we're going to lower down, you'll be glad to know, to the ground. So you can bring your knees down if you think you've had enough, or you can lower down with the hands to the ground. Good. Once you're down, just let everything go there. Rest the backs of the hands on the ground. And breathe. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Relax. Resting on the side of the head. Good. So we'll do a little back bend here. Bring the forehead to the ground, bring the legs together. Now as you inhale, lift the nose, the chin, the chest, first of all, then the arms, and then the legs. So really lifting all the limbs off the ground and breathing all the time. Don't hold your breath. The abdominals are strong, supporting your back. Breathing in, breathing out. Rest on the other side of the head. Just rest there for a moment. Good. Let's try that again. So bring the forehead to the ground, bring the legs together. Inhaling, lift the nose, chin, chest, lift the arms. Breathe out, lift the legs. Keep that breath moving in and out through the nostrils. Keep expanding and opening. Flying, feel the freedom, smile, yes. One more breath in and lower down. Rest on the other side of the head again. We'll do one more back bend. We'll do something different. So we're going to lift the legs, or the lower part of the legs. So bend the knees, lifting the lower part of the legs off the ground. The knees are about hips width apart. They're not together here. Then you're going to turn the arms over so the palms are flat down. So the inside of the arms are on the ground. Come onto the forehead. Now when you inhale, same thing. The head comes off the ground. The chest, open the chest and see if you can open the shoulders up. Pressing into the ground with the hands. So this is a version of the bow. Good. Breathe. Feel your abdominals are engaged here slightly to support the back. One more breath in and release down. Rest to the other side of the head, bring my hands forward, either side of the head here, so that we can push up off the ground, walk the hands back, sit into the heels again, with the forehead to the ground. Breathe into your wings, breathing into the back, the ribs, breathing in through the nostrils. Out through the mouth, release. And we'll walk up to kneeling now. Coming up to kneeling. If this feels at all difficult, then you can always put something behind your knees here, a cushion, or you can sit on something between your knees. Or if it's the front of the foot here, the ankle, you can always put a cushion or blanket underneath there. And then you can practice, and it'll start to become a bit easier. It will. If you practice this, it will become easier. Just let the hands rest in the lap here. So we're really getting a chance to sit up tall. The great thing about kneeling is your back is much easier to sit nice and upright. Resting one hand on top of the other, letting the thumbs just touch there. We're just going to sit for a moment here. If this feels absolutely impossible, then you of course change your seated position and sit cross-legged. But if it's feeling okay for now, just see if you can stay with it for a few breaths. So we're just going to come into a little bit of breathing and focus. Maybe think about the spine. We'll have a spinal breath. So imagine you're breathing into the base of the spine. If you're drinking it up and it's coming up through the center of the body, going right to the crown of the head, top of the inhale, then the exhale. The breath is coming down through the body, down through the neck, down through the chest, down through the abdominals, down into the base, and into the earth. Close your eyes. So feeling the strength and the softness of this posture, opening the front of the chest, really feeling and embodying this moment, this breath. And the key part of really helping this breath to expand, create and expand the space you're feeling and experiencing, is breathing out fully. So at the end of that out breath, as you feel the breath is coming down and out through the base of the spine, just feel the belly button pressing backwards slightly. There's a slight, pushing and emptying. Emptying, emptying, emptying. And then as you inhale slowly and softly, you're drawing up the top of the head. Your eyes close softly. And just noticing how your energy feels. Change position if you feel like you're getting into anything near pain. If it's pain, just change position and come to seated. If it feels a bit uncomfortable, feel free to make the choice then of whether to change position or not. So staying with that spinal breath, just do another couple of these deep, long, slow breaths, just noticing how the body feels. Really breathing everything out. And then we're going to come into seated. If you're not already there, come into a cross-legged position. Okay, have a little bit of a sway side to side in this cross-legged position, just to find your seat. Haven't been seated much today. Up the knees. We're just softening everything up a little bit now. Yeah, softening everything up. I'm going to chant the mantra on, seated now. So again, thinking about this system here, this energetic system, rest the hands on the knees. You can form a mudra with the thumb and the first finger if you want to. Really feel the shoulders drop down, the chest lift, the abdominals engage. If you feel more comfortable sitting on a cushion, if you find it's difficult to sit up straight, then sit on a cushion or a block. Feel the crown is lifting. Feel the back of the neck is long, chin slightly tucked in. We're going to chant the mantra on 3 times here. So giving ourselves a good vibration and lifting our vibration into that freedom that we are aspiring to. So breathing in deeply. Okay, lifting the knees up, hugging the knees, letting your face fall to the knees, releasing the back of the neck, back of the shoulders. And then just extending the legs out in front of you. Just bounce the knees up and down a little bit, releasing the legs. It's going to relax now. So extending the fingers towards the toes and slowly lowering down, slowly as you can, breathing in and out the whole time as you lower down the body. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, so you slowly lower the body down. And once you're down, just totally let go. Let the arms just fall to the sides, let the legs fall to the sides. Just breathe. Feel the whole back of the body relaxing and softening and sinking into the ground. Okay, we're just going to ease the body a little bit. So breathe in. As you breathe out, press the back into the ground, the lower back particularly, so that the knees lift easily to the chest, and we'll just have a rock and a roll, walking side to side on the lower back. And then we'll take that into a circle. So the hands on top of the knees, and making a little circle on the ground. Breathing in as your knees come away, breathing out as the knees come into the body. Just enjoying that connection between your body and the ground. It's very sensitive area of the body, the whole back, the whole of the spine, whole of the spinal column, our center. And we take it the other direction, inhaling and exhaling. Let go in the knees if you want to make that a bigger circle, up to you. You can find that, explore that. Good. And then we place the soles of the feet on the ground. Let's place the soles fairly close to the buttocks. Hips width apart. The palms flat down. Tuck the chin tightly into the chest now. Now as you inhale, you're going to lift the body off the ground. And as you exhale, you're going to roll the spine down. So you might want to start quite softly, just doing quite a small lift. Pushing up from the feet and the hands. And exhaling. Rolling it down. Then gradually rolling a little bit more, going a bit higher up, lifting the hips a bit higher. Try and keep those knees steady, so keeping that kind of almost pressing the knees towards each other without them coming towards each other, of course. So really engaging those thighs. Rolling down. We'll just do one more of these, breathing in, rolling up. Opening the front of the body, rolling down on that lovely long, slow exhale, rolling down. Hugging the knees now. Again, releasing, counterposing, softening. This time, place the soles and the feet on the ground, let the legs just slide away. Let the arms just hang at the sides. Arms away from the body, palms facing the ceiling. Chin slightly tucked in, close the eyes. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. So letting the body relax. Breathing in through the nostrils. Sighing out through the mouth. I'm going to take a few minutes here in relaxation. So at this moment, notice where your thoughts are. Notice where your mind is getting drawn towards. What is your mind doing? What are the thoughts that are coming into that space? And creating some space around that. We don't need to be stopping those thoughts. That's impossible. Instead, feel the spaciousness around them. There's plenty of space and freedom for all of this, for all of the thoughts and flow. We don't need to attach our attention to any of these thoughts. We can let them come and let them go. Notice and let them go. And this is the freedom. Just allowing all the flow, all the stuff of life to be coming and going. We remain in a still, steady place. So as you breathe and allow your breath to soften now, we're not really doing anything to our breath, we're just letting it be. And noticing how there's nothing we have to do here, because the breath is taking care of itself. The body is just taking care of itself, doing what it wants to do, which is relax and soften and melt into the ground. Body's doing what it wants. Breath is free and easy and flowing. Nothing to do. There is nothing to do here. Feel the freedom and spaciousness of this moment. As wave is driven by wave, and each pursues the wave ahead. So time flies on and follows, flies and follows, always forever and new. What was before is left behind. What never was is now, and every passing moment is renewed. So we bring ourselves back to the now, to the moment, to our day, our lives. So just give yourself a good stretch. Take some time to enjoy and feel the space around you, look around you, feel your body, see your body. Give your body a bit of attention, maybe rubbing the arms and legs, face, head. Yeah. Good. We bring the hands together and we create a little bit of heat and energy between the palms of the hands. Yes. Then we place those hands on the heart center, coming back to that center for a moment. Bring to mind your sankalpa, your intention, and say that to yourself, and take it deep into your heart. Good. Namaste. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for being here today.